1986 crime thriller Manhunter is based on the Thomas Harris novel Red Dragon, which is the original and first installment to the Hannibal Lecter franchise. Before The Silence of the Lambs, before Anthony Hopkins, there is Manhunter, directed by Michael Mann, starring William Peterson as Will Graham, Brian Cox as Hannibal Lecter, and Tom Noonan as Francis Dollarhide, which is by far the more disturbing and creepier of the two from 2002's Red Dragon. Aside from Anthony Hopkins in the remake, the cast in this film is far more superior and gritty. My friend Vince Blaylock, he actually worked on the set of Manhunter, which I think is really awesome. And he did the cityscapes. This film is just much more realistic in a way, just the way it played out, and then, some of the, for example, Tom Noonan, his performance is just so terrifyingly creepy, and my friend Vance even mentioned how he saw him on set. He would always go back to his trailer after shoots, not talk to anybody, which might have been because, to stay in character, I guess. Ralph Fiennes, I never bought into it really as him as that character. William Peterson plays a much better Will Graham than Edward Norton. It didn't really take off until Silence of the Lambs, and which is unfortunate because this film did deserve the recognition. It does have a slower build up, but it's an older film, so that's natural. But I think that does help with the suspense as well. And just it's not polished like the 2002 version. It's worth a watch. It's funny, saying to watch something that's about this guy that tears out people's eyes. But one thing I really do like about the remake, the ending, how it ties in with Silence of the Lambs perfectly. The differences between Brian Cox's Hannibal and Hopkins is that Anthony Hopkins comes off as more entitled. Brian Cox is more subtle and, more laid back. Both do a good job in their own right, and Brian Cox deserves some recognition as well. It's not Oscar worthy, but I mean, it's still good.